As many of you know, I am Kirsty, the co-founder of Be Bold, Be You. We focus around the genre of boudoir photography, but Be Bold, Be You is so much more than just a photo shoot. It is very much turning into a movement and an ethos and a change in attitude for the many hundreds of women that we have worked with in the last 2 years alone, and that includes the lockdowns. There is a lot of work to be done, and it was music to my ears on the way back from the school run this morning, thanks to Gem Radio in the East Midlands, to hear that Dr. Luke Evans, a Conservative MP from Bolsover, is putting through the first UK bill to have body image recognised in Parliament. And that's it in a nutshell. Yeah, I've paraphrased, but that is it in a nutshell. And they're very much focusing on young people and the importance of that. I'm blown away, and there's so much that I want to say on this, but equally there's so much that I want to get out there today on the launch of this pledge. It's got hashtag recognise body image. Recognise body image. Please have a look. If you are a client of ours, please upload your favourite photo with that hashtag. It's so important. Thanks to Be Bold, Be You, I'd argue that my 3 daughters, aged 4, nearly 9 and 10, have a really, really good understanding of the importance of body image. From recognising body shape to realising not everybody's the same, from skin colour, skin marks, scars, surgery, and all the reasons why sometimes people are not happy with their body shape, whether it be weight-based, surgery-based, illness-based or abuse-based. And that is down to an absolute joy that I have that they have the access to the world and the stories of Be Bold, Be You. And if they see a photo of a woman and want to know why, we don't hide that from them. We tell them that that is a cancer survivor. We tell them that that lady survived some form of surgery. We tell them that that woman had a really harsh chapter in life and they are wanting to rewrite the next chapter to make it their own. And they understand that. They also understand the power of social media, both positive and negative. From earlier this year, you all know the blog that went viral when Facebook classed a photo of one of our clients, a single mastectomy, as porn. And she had absolutely nothing untoward on show. She had her scar, her other breast was covered with her hand, and it was classed as porn. And we were so fortunate that so many people realised how wrong that was, and the BBC picked it up and did a story through another client of ours, Alison Walker, on the BRCA2 gene and the importance of the decisions that she had to make there for her future life and her family. Why am I here right now finding it so important very quickly to scramble something together when I found out that today is the launch of the hashtag recognise body image thanks to Dr. Luke Evans, the MP from Bolsover? Here is my open question to Dr. Evans and all the other MPs. I know that there was a report, in fact I've got it in front of me to read today, that were on the board for writing the report, Changing the Perfect Picture, an inquiry into body image, from the Women Inequalities Committee. Here is my open question to you all on this such important, undervalued, historic day. It just sucks that it was also on the 11th of November, so please don't think that I'm missing that point as well. But here is my question. This bill is so important. Body image really, really needs looking at and turning from a stigma, and there is a lot of stigma attached to body image, to a positive, to an acceptance, to an embracement. It is part of mental health. Full stop. This bill is very much, from what I've read and from what I've heard, appreciate very quickly, aimed at youth and young adults. For obvious reasons, boudoir photography, we do not work with youth and young adults. We refuse to photograph anybody under the age of 25. And even then, we still stutter our way through and find out the reasons that they want it. And if we think it will look after them, we'll do it. And if not, we will say. But here is my question. Will this bill also apply to to what's classed as adults, non-young people, is, over 25s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s. Our eldest boudoir was aged 72, okay? Cancer is a really, really obvious one, okay? And as soon as you are given the title survivor, From what I've heard from the ladies that have been through all sorts, radiotherapy, chemotherapy, surgery, mastectomies, hair loss, weight gain, body shape change, because you can lose weight as well. As soon as you get to ring that bell and get the title survivor, you are very, very much left to it. And from what I hear from our clients is that they have, like I say, their body has physically changed. Mentally, they're still dealing with the aftermath of all of the treatment they've been through, both from the brain fog, thanks to the knock-on effects, through to the actual trauma of what they've been through. And at times it can be classed as trauma. And there is very little support to go, yes, you survived. Now go and deal with the body that you have. What you have left, or what you've been given, or what it's changed to, however you want to phrase it, there is very little there to support those women. Now, cancer is a really, really obvious one. But what if there are a million other reasons people do boudoir shoots? Let's be honest. Body dysmorphia, eating disorders, domestic abuse, physical abuse, surgery, scars from childhood. I could go on. I really, really could go on. I'm trying to keep this short and sweet. The APPG released a body image pledge, okay? And I just want to read a couple of things to you in regards to the question that I asked earlier of, will this bill also include adults, men and women? Will it also include adults? Here it says the APPG inquiry called on advertising regulators to define what constitutes harm and what they would consider misleading in regard to the portrayal of body image. However, there is no specific obligation in the industry codes that regulate advertising, fashion, music or the media to reflect positively how people really look. And this is my fight in the UK industry, UK photographic industry. I'm not the top of everybody's Christmas cards lists, and that is because A, I'm not a photographer. You know, my background is very much psychology and therapeutic arts. I am married to a professional photographer. He has all sorts of degrees from university in photography, but I am not a photographer. But here's the thing. It is up to the UK photographic industry, amongst others, to rein in what we constitute as a beautiful image. And beautiful images stereotypically, which I hold my hands up to on categorising here, but include white, athletic, thinner models. And that really annoys me. You know, there was, as part of the inquiry, where's it got? There it is. The APPG inquiry found that the typical industry ideal of young, thin, white women and muscular men is highly unrepresentative and cannot realistically be attained by 95% of the population. We need to end this practice of you have to be white, athletic, and what is classed as skinny. Skinny also has a detrimental connotation attached to it. If you are seen as being too thin, people class you as ill. And if we put a range across, just like we did with our body shape, I mean, look at all the different body shapes there. They just all need to be accepted as one and not as a goal. And the UK photographic industry have an absolute obligation to make sure that the professional photographers are making sure that future generations, quite frankly, I'm using that term loosely because we work with the older women, but future generations are catered for. There was a second principle brought, it's got 4 principles to it all. The second principle, these, all 4, attach to the UK photographic industry, and the UK photographic industry are currently letting this down, full stop, okay? And the intentions are authenticity. Images should show people as they really are. That includes stretch marks. That includes flab. That stops the nip and tuck around the hips. It includes scars. It includes birthmarks. It includes spots. Stop taking them out. There's a difference between a skin soften and removing wrinkles to make somebody think that they have to have that flat shape to their skin, their body, their face. It's wrong. It's wrong on so many levels, and the preaching has to stop. Facial features such as moles, wrinkles, and other permanent distinguishing marks should remain untouched. If you were born with it, quite frankly, it should stay there. It's a part of you. Be bold, be you, and photographers, again, have an obligation to stop using airbrush and leave those in. Body shape. Fundamental shape or appearance should not be altered, for example, by lengthening or thinning a person's legs, tightening their waist, or changing their body shape. Enough said on that one, isn't there? And we all know the magazine front covers where there isn't a wrinkle there. We all know the product being advertised with a model that does not have any muffin top over the top of their jeans, of their pant line, of their bra line. Come on, guys, that's not real, that's Barbie. And the fourth of all, combination of images. Images should not be enhanced or combined, nor should extra elements be added. If that's their hand, leave it on them. If that's their hip, leave it on them. If that is their mole, leave it on them. If that is their scar from a single mastectomy, leave it on them. And even more so, don't make them hide it. If they want to embrace it because that's their journey, that's their story, that's their self-expression. In 21st century and the push on mental health, who are we to turn around and say, no, I don't want to see that, therefore cover it up? And sadly, that is the reality of where body image has got to. There is so much more that I want to say on body image from the women that I've worked with from 10 years of industry work in the photographic industry, from my background in therapeutic arts. There are so many links and theories, and the whole case on body image, I am so pleased it has come to the forefront. But it is about 10-15 years behind of where it should be. So this is my open question to Dr. Luke Evans, the MPs that helped on the inquiry into changing the perfect picture, and that was written in published in March 2021. Please, can this bill extend to adults, men and women? And can we have a bigger look at what the UK photographic industry, as well as media, as well as newspapers, as well as TV and film, can do to make sure that this change is accepted by the general public of our Western society?